got people coming on in. All right, come on in. Welcome to the Craft Cafe show. All right, Craft Cafe live show with your host of all things craft, Latoya Riggins. All right, we got a special treat for you today. We are going to be talking about the brand behind the brand. Hey, Shanika, we got people coming in. Thanks for coming. I want to make sure that everybody gets on in here. Make sure that the chat is open to all, and let me make sure that our Facebook is live. I see
Oh
it
yeah,
on
let
here,
me
but I
do the
always got to
same
make
thing.
sure because you know how these platforms go. But if this is your first time at the Craft Cafe, welcome, welcome. If this is not your first time and you're coming back, welcome back. Let's see. I want to make sure we're live on here. Yep. Okay, it says we're live. Yep, we're in there. Now listen, if you you see that? If you're on live from home on Facebook, feel free to comment on there. That way I can see what you're saying. I want to make sure you guys can engage. So let's get started, you guys. This is the Craft Cafe live show. Just to give you a really background on what we do, this is our online platform so you can actually let your hair down. At Craft by Better Futures, who is the inspiration for this actual show, that is our online business and professional development platform specifically designed for early childhood education leaders, you guys. Now, our content is all about business and leadership and mindfulness and all of that things. One of the things we talk about in business is marketing. And as you guys know, I am the marketing arm with Craft. So I love to do sessions when it comes to marketing. So we have a special treat for you today. We have one of our very own partners, Miss Wanda Childs of Printing Express and Blessed 24/7 Boutique. She is a powerhouse, you guys. She is out of
Amen.
Maryland and she's been doing this for so many years. I don't even know, but she's been doing this for so many years. She's going to tell you more about that journey. And when I tell you guys, I love to brag about what we do with craft, but I'll tell you, one of the people that I could not do this without is Wanda. She is my go-to for all printing necessities because she is
Thank you.
a powerhouse. Not only does she have so many years of experience, she looks at your business like her business. If you know me, you know this cafe is really inspired by our conversations and the chat of craft. And when I had this idea for this show, the first thing I said is, I need a mug. I need a signature mug.
Yeah.
And Jahi told me, I know who to call. You need to call this woman. You need to call Wanda. And when I called Wanda, and when I tell you she was a great host, when I tell you she told me everything about the demand, what the weight ratio, now the actual resolution. This is our
Yeah.
limited edition craft family mug that's dedicated to family childcare. And yes, she is the printer behind our mugs, our tumblers, everything. So I had to brag about that. You guys seen? I got my. How did I get it? I got my tumbler right here. My 40 ounce for the wave lab. All of those come straight from Princeton Express, you guys. And we have her here to talk to you guys about branding because I will love to call the business community out. One of the things I see in entrepreneurship is, oh, I want to do this. I want to scale. I want to do this. And I say, well, what are you doing about your marketing? Oh, I'll work on that later. I got some flyers out there. And I'm like, will you have a sign? They're like, I mean, no, people know where I'm at. I'm on Instagram. And then I have to call Wanda. I'm like, Wanda, I need you to come on in here. So, Wanda, I want to go around before we get over to you. I see Shanika in the building. Shanika, are you able to come on and introduce yourself? Because guys, this show was in the middle of the day. Every 100% of our listeners and our panelists are all entrepreneurs, so they're working all day, all night. So a lot of times they don't have the clearance to come on and say hi, but they can actually listen in and chime in through the chat. Okay, let's see. Charlie Petaway is watching. Hey, Charlie, on Facebook. Shout out to you guys. Shanika Brooks is in the building. Shanika, when you can come in, just unmute yourself and come on and shout us out. Okay, let us know where you're coming in from. Oh, there you are. Hey,
Hi, everybody. How are you on this lovely Friday?
wonderful.
Hi, it's so nice to meet everyone. My name is Shanika. I've been in the childcare industry for over 23 years. I'm an advocate for children with special needs and working to get the first child care center in Northeast Baltimore that is equipped for children with special needs. So be on the lookout for that. I
I
work
love
for an organization called Kid Stuff Childcare Center, and we are an organization that is a nonprofit Christian early learning center that focuses on closing the gap of school readiness.
that. Thank you,
Amen.
Shanika. How did you hear
You're
about the craft
welcome.
cafe?
So I've been following you for some time and been trying to get on one of your sessions, but the time hasn't been, allowed. So today I was like, oh yes, it's my off day. I can get on.
That's
But
right.
even if I wasn't off today, I was going to get on while in the middle of fighting for my life during that time.
I know that's right. Thank you, Shanika. I love that you made it. And thanks for following because this is definitely something that is definitely different. We want to make sure we're amplifying those voices. When it comes to childcare, you guys are superheroes. Y'all know my backstory. I grew up in childcare and family childcare. Shout out to my sister Janet. She had family childcare business growing up in New York City. And of course, I worked there. I was the closing girl, wear all the kids out in the evenings after school. So shout out to everybody that does this business. So guys, without further ado, I know we don't have that much time, so I want to get to the nitty gritty with Miss Wanda. So Miss Wanda, now listen.
Yeah.
I know I didn't pull out your whole full bio. I would like for you to introduce yourself because you have been doing this for so long, and I salute you with your business and just how you operate. Like with this time working with you, I don't even want to work with nobody else. You know what I mean? Because
Thank
I'm
you.
loyal to you. You're like, you know how the guys are about their barber, like they don't cheat on their barber.
Yeah.
That's how I am with you as my printer. And like I said, I adore these mugs. This is our third product merch that you helped me design. And when I say
Hmm.
help me design, I come in with the ideas, guys, and Wanda takes it to the next level. She gives me all the data about the type of products, what's popular, like the supply and demand. And when it comes to pricing, she knows like what I'm looking for with my budget. And I not think, I know the biggest flex with you, Wanda, is your commitment to quality. Because if I
Yeah.
send you
Yeah.
something and it's not, because I'm a stickler for it too with my clients. So I love that you are another level on top of
Yeah.
me. We're like, listen, if you can't fix it, I'm gonna fix it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
excited
great.
about that. So go ahead, let you give your background on how you even got into the businesses. Like tell us, how you started out and where you are now.
Well, since we're talking about the printing, I'll focus on that. But I am the CEO of three different companies. So I am a custom printer. I am your trusted source for all your custom printing needs. So what we do is we help you brand your brand. My printing company is called Printing Express and Designs. It was established in 1995. So I'm 30 years old in this industry. And so I became the trusted source because I care about your project. I get excited about your project. And what my customers adore me for is the fact that I'm not going to let you spend more than you need to. So if you present something to me and say, hey, Wanda, I found this mug at your website. If you find the mug and bring it to me, my job is to find you that mug, get you the quote, but then also shop to see if I can find something similar at a lower cost. And so that is what I do. And branding is so important at all levels, beginners, long term experienced entrepreneurs. So I started this company not because I wanted to be a printer. Um, 30 years ago, I was just looking for additional income. And so I started out as a paper printer, printing flyers, brochures. Long story short, I only stayed in that industry for 5 years. Moved quickly out of it into the promotional product sides, the pins, the keychains, the banners, the stretch table covers, the retractable banners. We do 300,000 different blank products that we can put your logo on. 300,000. Why so many? Because I have relationships with 500 different factories all over the world, the United States and out of the country. And so, with those 500 factories that I have relationships with, I am a licensed printer, so I can go in and get you the best deals. I know the quality And so I know who to work with as far as a factory and who we not working with them because they do no. So I am your trusted source for all your custom printing needs. I help you brand your brand, and the company is Printing Express and Designs. Later, we'll talk about my other company that I own called Blessed 24/7, which is my brand. So we'll talk about that later.
Well, I love it. I'm right now, Wanda, everybody's like, we need her information. So I put your info at wandachilds.com, email
Mhm.
inside the chat, and
Okay.
the website to Printing Express and Designs.
Give them wandachilds.com. That way they see
Okay.
everything I do. So
Everything.
give them, yep, give them the wandachilds.com.
All right, y'all heard that. WandaChilds.com. All
Yeah,
right.
and
So
that way you'll see the printing, the gift shop, the
I see
mentoring,
everything.
all of that.
All right, I just put that in there. And I'm going to put it in on Facebook too for you guys that's watching from home.
Okay.
Okay. So, Wanda, now I want to start from the beginning. I want to go back to when you started your career. Did you always know
Mhm.
you were going to be an entrepreneur?
No, no. I was told to get that, don't laugh, get that good government job
Oh,
and retire. So I was told to do that. My generation was not told or brought up on entrepreneur, though I come from a family of very successful entrepreneurs. But my take on entrepreneurship of my generation behind me was, don't laugh, I thought they were entrepreneurs because they couldn't get the good government job. So they had to settle for that. I did not know how powerful being your own boss, being an entrepreneur was. So, no, my mindset was not set up to be an entrepreneur, though I come from a family of successful ones.
wow. So, what? So you did you go and get the good government job, as they say?
Well, yeah, I went to work for a mortgage company. I had several jobs coming right out of high school. I skipped college. I did not like school. I did well in school, made honor roll, but I did not like school. I did not like the way they consumed my time. I know that sounds funny, but
No, it
if
doesn't.
I get to school that morning and I'm there to the evening, and then you want to send me home with homework, while I'm in the building, you need to do whatever you need to do with me while I'm in the building. When I leave the building, that should be my time. So
Done,
because
right.
I did not like school, I wasn't going to college. So immediately I started working at a very young age. I got my first corporate job by working at the credit bureau. And then I ended up my long-term career at Fannie Mae, the mortgage company. I wasn't gonna say them out loud, but nonetheless, I worked
Right.
there for 20, for
We all know
21
them.
years. And
Wow.
I was wrongfully terminated from that job after 21 years of service. But my printing company was created while working at the mortgage company. So that was a side hustle. Like, hey, I'm getting my regular paycheck, but I like to go on cruises. I like to buy shoes. So let me get a little
Wow.
side hustle to accommodate that extra spending that I like to do. So I picked a printing company because I thought it was easy, not because I thought, hey, this is my passion. It turned into a love. And so
I,
by the time I got wrongfully terminated from the mortgage company, my printing company was already 10 years old. I already had a home office that looks just like this and then go
hmm.
into somebody else's office. So, yeah, I started out in corporate America.
Wow. So you said you thought printing would be easy. Like I don't even know how you what made you think printing? Like I want to get clothes and shoes and stuff, so I need some extra money. Let me just start a printing business. Like what was
Well,
the
printing was
inspiration?
easy because people need, back then, remember, I started as a paper printer. So people were having events and they needed flyers. So I would just go on my computer, design a flyer. Someone's like, hey, I need some business cards. So flyers, business cards. I used to walk around to the neighborhood restaurants, the carryouts, and
Yeah.
look at their menus and then go home and redesign it and
What?
bring it back to them and say, hey, I can give you 100 menus for $25. And
I
I
love that.
redesigned it. So they were like, oh, yeah, you cleaned it up. You made it look nice. You put structure to it. And so then I was printing all the menus for all the restaurants, the carryouts, not big chain restaurants, because I'm
Yeah.
just getting started. So that was good money because the only thing I was spending was money on paper, going to Staples and buying a ream of paper.
Yeah.
And so, reselling their designs and being creative. So the paper printing was easy. The reason I got out of it is because that industry changed. People were getting computers, graphic packages. They could print their business cards from their computer. They could
Yeah,
do their own flyers. So they really didn't need me anymore. Everyone had access to desktop publishing.
that's true.
So I got out of that. And that's why I moved into promotional products, because everybody didn't have access to that. You have to be a licensed printer to get into these factories, to get these deals and these relationships.
Wow. I love this because, and guys at home, like I said, I've been working with Wanda for some years now, but I never really got to hear all of these things. So this is we're all
Mhm.
getting it for the first time. I love that because when you think about a pivot, you going into promotional products. What was probably, like, I would say, like, your first one that you did, like your first big contract that you got?
Oh my God. The first, well, not first contract, but the first big contract
Yeah.
came after I got wrongfully terminated. So here I am, out of work, denied unemployment. So I couldn't even get an unemployment check. I went to get my severance check, not severance check, but asked for severance, but they denied that. They could have done it, but they denied it. And so I'm like, hey, what am I going to do? But God, let me tell you, whatever
Mm.
God has for you is for you. And even in the middle of the storm, God will bless you. If you're in a storm, just put up an umbrella until the rain stops. And like me, I have a garden now, so I like the rain because I'm
That's right.
collecting rainwater. But
Me too.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
so yeah, my first biggest job, I went to a conference. Now I'm switching gears. I was selling Blessed 24/7 merchandise. I'm switching gears, so I'm not talking about printing. I was at a conference selling my Blessed 24/7 gift shop merchandise. And when the woman at the conference bought something, in her bag, I put a card for the gift shop. I'm talking about branding still, okay? I put a card in there for the gift shop, but I also gave her a card about my printing company. Even though they're separate, I still wanted her to know that. This woman called me a week later and said, I bought something from you from Blessed 24/7 gift shop at the conference, but I need you to know that I saw your printing card and I work in procurement for the FBI. And we're having a job fair at 48 locations, including Hawaii. And we need some custom printed promotional products. I said, sure. She says, I need a quote on some miniature flashlight keychains. Can you do those? I said, absolutely. We got tons of them. I said, how many do you need? She told me 116,000 pieces.
What?
Yeah, wait a minute. You mean 1,600? She said, no, I need 116,000. Long story short, we successfully custom printed 116,000 miniature flashlight keychains for the FBI, shipped them to 48 locations, including Hawaii. That was my first biggest job.
Wow, I love that because you
I
don't even
won the bid.
realize, yeah, and that's marketing right there. Like when I talk
Yeah,
about marketing, I tell them, like, it's not just about having a nice flyer or a cute logo. Like, you went to that conference, you spoke to somebody, and this was for a whole nother business, and you took the opportunity to throw that card in there, that product placement. And that's why when I talk to you, Wanda, you get me so hard because, like, I wear my craft t-shirts. I like my craft t-shirts. Like, I actually wear them out in the
yeah,
streets. You know what I mean? And whole time people are like, what's craft? I like crafts. And then I gotta tell them, well, we
yeah,
don't do arts and crafts, but now I got an opportunity to tell them.
yeah,
And then I put my website on the back, not on this one, but a lot of my other shirts, because I have other businesses too. I put the website on the back, QR codes, because people actually will make a relationship with you, and then it's like a conversation starter, you know?
yes.
So
That's how I won the contract, because
yeah.
I sold her Blessed 24/7 merchandise, which is totally separate from the printing. She said she loved her Blessed 24/7 gifts. She just thought they were so awesome. And so she trusted me on that level to say,
Mhm.
if she can do well over here on this merchandise that says Blessed 24/7 as a gift shop, I'm sure I can trust her to do something great for me, because I see now she is a printer. Yes,
Right.
two different hats, but you had to mix. But we also have to talk about when not to confuse the branding, because like you said, you wear your shirt all the time. Today, if we were meeting about Blessed 24/7, the gift shop, my brand, I would be sitting here with a Blessed 24/7 t-shirt on.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not wearing one is because we also don't want to confuse brands. So since we're mainly talking about the printing company, I'm sitting in my printing office. I'm
Yeah.
not wearing a Blessed 24/7 t-shirt because I don't want you to think that Blessed 24/7 is a printing company, because it is not. Blessed 24/7 is a gift shop. So I can talk about it, but I don't want to wear it during the live that we're talking about custom printing in my printing company. Now we'll talk about it, but I don't want you to see it while we're talking about printing, express, and design.
Absolutely, Wanda. I'm glad you brought that up because, as you guys know, I teach other marketing classes on craft, and my next class is actually coming up next Thursday. So if you're a member, definitely stay tuned for your registration. But it's about building a branded marketplace. And one of the things that I'm going to be talking about is what I work with my clients on. You know, when they're having their childcare business, I tell them, you, especially those that are really well known, they've been there for 20, 30 years, they have a staple in the community. And I tell them, you can use your brand to make even more money and pivot. You can have a
Yeah.
physical shop inside of the home. You know, even center base definitely can do it because they got the space for it. I made the example of one of my sisters had her baby in a private childcare, like a private school, where they were like inside of us, like they had a school building and everything. And the kids had these uniforms that was branded. They had like a red branded t-shirt and khakis they had to wear. And my sister was very young, so she did not like to do laundry. So you know what she would do? She would just buy another shirt. Like they sold the branded shirts at the front desk. Like, you know, they had like a little I guess a little chest right there, like at the hotels where they have like snacks and stuff. They had
Mm-hmm.
their merch, the school merch, school shirts for the kids, extra diapers, all kinds of stuff. So I used to be like, do your laundry. She's like, no, I'll just buy another shirt. She would buy at least 2 to 3 of those branded shirts per week. So she saved time. She didn't have to do laundry.
Right.
She would just take the baby to school and buy another shirt. So I tell
Right.
clients, like, you don't understand what having those things available can do for a parent as far as convenience. It'll give
Yes.
you some you know, extra money on the side. And when I think of your business, Wanda, I'm thinking a person can get with you and really have the full shebang. One of the things I talk to my clients about, and that's why I want you to speak to, and then we're going to talk about the different types of businesses that you can, you know, use the printing for. The signage. When it comes to,
Yeah.
especially, I say, family child care is my baby. I feel like they need the biggest push because of the nature of the business. A lot of times people think because it's in your home that it's mom and pop, you don't need a quality signage or branding or anything like that. But I feel like it's just the opposite. I feel like they need it even more because they're in home. So I talk to them about the types of signage that they can do that looks professional because everybody can do a banner. Everybody can do
Mm-hmm.
a flag. You know what I mean? So I want to have you talk about like the business signage and what branding really means to the community, like how they can really stand out. Because one of the things I came to you for client, you know, I was thinking for a client to get some quotes for like the tents, because you are like me,
Yeah.
you do vending and all that too. Those are other ways you can push your business out there, have open houses. So can you speak about how you help businesses with their community presence too, like, you know, how you
Yeah. Yeah, so when it comes to signage, you're right. You can't have too much. When I owned the Blessed 24/7 gift shop, I had the big sign on, I had a retail, actually a brick and mortar. So when I had the brick and mortar, two big windows, the signage at the top, I had the big sign at the top that lights up. I had a sign on the door. I had a sign on the sidewalk, and then there was a street sign. Now, you heard me say sign, 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 sign. Do you know I still have people that will pull up and say, well, we couldn't find you? So, and I'm going, well, it's a red and white sign on the front. I got one on the door. I have one on the sidewalk, and then there's a street sign. And so you can't have too much because one person will see at one eye level, one will look up, one will look down. You just don't know. So signage is important to duplicate, repeat. and just continue to do it in all types of forms. Now, for community events, I do a lot of tents. So you don't just pop up to the community event and just pop your plain white tent up and then sit there. No, people see color, they see signage, they see logos, even in newsletters. When you're doing newsletter, I'm telling you, if your newsletter is all text and no pictures, you're not going to get as much attention. Okay. You have to have pictures. We are image driven. So I do tent packages. I did them for Homeland Security. I did 10 tent packages where we decorated the outside of the tent. We do tent walls. You can do side walls, back walls, the stretch table covers. All of that's important. As a printer, I do for you. I know it's important because I do it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go out as my other company, my gift shop, Blessed 24/7, my tent is so well decorated that everyone comes to me and say, "Oh, I knew it was you because I saw your tent. I knew you were
Uh-huh.
going to be here because I saw your tent." Or they'll come to me and say, "Oh my God, who did your tent? I need to get one." And so all the vendors around me see my tent, my signage, my backdrop, my table cover, and they come to me and I get orders while I'm doing Blessed 24/7 gift shop. They're coming to me for their printing needs because they think, well, they don't think. They go, "Well, where did you get your tent from?" I was like, "I did it. I own a printing company called Printing Express." So that
Right.
community outreach, please don't show up with just the plain tent. It
Yeah.
will go a long way. It really will. It gets you noticed. It's great advertisement.
Really great. I love it. And guys, like I said, Wanda is my printing go-to. She does my banner, my tablecloths, all of it. And I go all over, I'll say the world. I've been out the country. I took craft to Africa. We did a market day in Namibia and I put up a craft table there. Even though I was kind of just introducing it to Africa, but I wanted to have my brand represented all the way in Africa, Namibia, Africa. And it looks so good out there because I have the wood. And it's all thanks to Wanda because Wanda does not play with quality. I'm the same way. So I know she's going to catch it. So when I sent her something, she's like, we got to clean this up. And I'm like, well, let me try it again. And
Yeah.
she's like, not clean enough. And then she'll take it
Yeah.
and be like, I'll have my team do their thing. All right. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. Let me see. And it looks amazing. My banner, I've done tons of banners with Wanda, and I'm telling you, every conference I go to, any state, people come up to me, even if they don't care about what I'm
Yeah.
doing. They be like, your display
Yes.
looks amazing. They
Yes.
always say that. Wow, your banner looks amazing. And what I like about it is, she can design too, guys. If you're not a
Mhm.
designer and you need that help, she can do it. The easy part with me, I know how to design. I know what I'm looking for. But I know that Wanda
Yeah.
is going to take it to that next level. She's not going to let nothing fall. She's going to give you all the options that you can think of. And one thing I love about you, Wanda, you give me what's happening in the world. Like, what's the
Yeah.
trends? Because I was
Yeah.
trying to find, I had this mug idea that I wanted to do with her. And we were trying to find it, and it was just getting out of control. And so she started giving me some suggestions, and I found something I really, really liked. And that's how I came with our Wave Lab tumbler because I was like, wow, this is really nice. And then we did some mock-ups. So she works with you so that you could kind of see what it could look like and really create something
Mhm.
that's unique and something that actually moves the needle. And I'll tell you, Wanda, I left when I had the new tumblers on the table. I did a conference in North Carolina. I
Mhm.
left for 2 seconds. They were stolen, and people were so
Oh.
like, yeah. I was like, people were like,
They
oh
were
my
so
god,
nice. They were like, "I gotta have that,"
they
and they didn't
stole
even
them.
care that it was your logo.
That's what I said because people were like, oh my god, they were like, that's we need to go and find out who they are. How dare them disrespect your table like that? I said, no, 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 no. It's okay. That's how nice they was. People been waiting for
They're
me to
helping
leave.
you brand your brand.
That's what I said. So whoever uses it, they still representing my company, so it still
Yeah.
benefits me. And I was just so flattered, Wanda, that they were that nice that people were plotting on stealing them. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about logo and quality because
Yeah,
I
let's
get
talk
that a
about
lot.
that.
So what happens, someone will contact me and say, "Hey, I need a retractable banner." No problem. I do them all day long. Then they send me their artwork. Now, to them on their screen, their artwork looks great. but I'm a professional printer. And I know what you see on your screen is not the same quality that comes out when we print. So you may send me your logo in an 8 by 10 and think it looks good. Well, if you're getting a retractable banner, we're having to stretch your logo to fit the banner, which is going to lose quality. So if you don't
Yeah.
give me good artwork that's in a high resolution, DPI 300 or higher, 300 or higher, it's not going to look good. So I'm glad I have customers who appreciate that because they don't go back and forth with me when I say the logo is not usable. I'm not trying to hustle you. I'm trying to let you know that I am not the printer who's just going to print whatever you send me.
Yeah.
We're going to do it with quality. So if your logo does not present the DPI, the resolution that we need, we ask you to give us a different file, go back to your team and get the camera ready is what we call it, artwork. Vector artwork is one of the terms. If you don't have camera ready vector artwork, I have a team that can clean it up and do it. The reason we don't do it up front is because there's a fee. So I'm not just going to slap a fee on your order to do something that you might can do. So if you have graphic people, because a lot of printers will do this, they'll do two things. One, they'll take whatever you send them and print it. And then when you get it, you don't like it because they didn't care about the quality control. Or they'll just slap a graphic designer fee on your order instead of asking you, do you have a graphic designer that can clean this up? That way we don't have to charge you. If you don't, then we'll do it. But if we do, that will save you $50 off your order. So quality artwork is so important. A lot of people don't understand just because it looks good on your screen, your computer screen. Remember, your computer takes out resolution so that it can fit the computer screen quality. That's not what we call print quality. But we're here to help you, and our goal is to make it the best and presentable project. I want to be excited. I get more excited about other customers' orders because when your order was ready, I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait for you to see it. They look great." I get so
Yeah.
it's like, calm down, Wanda. This is not even your project, but that energy and that passion for you loving it and me loving it, it makes a great partnership. That's why I'm a trusted
Yeah.
source.
Yeah, and you just make it so flexible. Like even picking up the orders. That's what I love about you. You're always trying to save us money because you know that, what we do this all over the world, you guys, but this is not a get rich kind of business that we do because it's so much
Right.
service oriented. We're about making
Yeah.
an impact. And
Yeah.
one of the things Wanda is so she like when she gets the shipment in, she always asks me like how do you want it? Like, we can meet up. And I remember I didn't have my car one day, and you actually brought it to my
Yeah.
house. Like she came and
Yeah.
brought it to my house. I almost
I
cried. I
did.
was like, "Wanda,
Yeah.
so good to
And,
be."
and we're good at that because we will ship directly to you. So I work with people all over the United States. You don't have to be where I am. So we will ship it to you. But for my clients that are here, sometimes they rather pick it up from me because they don't want it sitting on their front porch. Maybe they have an office, that's fine. Maybe they don't have an office and they don't want to sit it on their front porch. Some clients say, "Hey, can it come to you and I pick it up later?" Maybe they're
Mhm.
on vacation and they'll get it later. But in this case, we were going to meet and she was having car issues. And I told her, I said, "You know what? Send me your address." And I literally got in the car and drove it to her front door.
Good.
I believe in customer service. I believe in working with my clients, meeting them the best way that I can. And that really was not a problem.
I love this. So let's get back to the other business. I want to okay, so 10 years of doing printing, expressing designs while you were working in corporate. You get
Hmm.
wrongfully terminated and then you decide to go head first into the printing, or is this with the birth of Blessed 24/7? How
Well,
did you
actually,
start
Blessed
Blessed?
24, yeah, Blessed 24/7 Gift Shop was birthed directly after the printing company. So in 1995, I became a printer. In
Uh-huh.
1996, I became a gift shop owner, not a building, but online. So you could go to blessed247gifts.com and buy online. I didn't have a building. So when I got wrongfully terminated, my two companies, one printing was 10 years old, Blessed 24/7 Gift Shop was 9 years old. So I had all the experience I needed in both companies, that when I got fired, I did not know I was already ready. I just thought one day I quit this job and do both. But when I got fired, I was like, oh my God. And then God was like, you are ready. Everything you need is already in your hands. I need you to move forward. Everything I needed was in my hands. So when I started Blessed 24/7 Gift Shop, you know why I started it? Because I was printing brands for so many people, churches, schools, government, family reunion, class reunions, and I kept seeing their logo come to life on products. And I kept saying, dang, I wish I had a logo. And I kept thinking, like, everybody has a logo. I don't have a logo. And then God gave me the message, Blessed 24/7, and then had me take that message and turn it into a brand and then turn it into products. The products became gifts. The gifts became a gift shop. The beauty is, I didn't have to go find a printer. So
Right.
when I needed to brand my brand, when I needed to have products printed with my logo, I didn't have to go search for a printer. I am the printer.
Right.
So even though they're separate, I got to take the idea of Blessed 24/7 as a gift shop, go over to my own printing company, get the items printed, bring them back to the gift shop side, and then sell them as merchandise. So Blessed 24/7 was birthed right after owning the printing company. 14 years after being online, blessed247gifts.com, I opened up my first retail store, and I had a brick and mortar for 13 years. Just 3 years ago, I moved out of the building and focused online. To be honest, I wasn't getting the traffic to equal the rent payment. So the
Yeah.
rent was high, the traffic was low. Online, people are buying and buying. Online costs me $40 a month. The
See?
building cost me thousands of dollars per month. So imagine paying thousands of dollars a month for a building that only a few people are coming to. And then you
Hmm.
look at online, it's only costing you $40 a month, and everybody's going to. Everybody's going. Online, I offer free shipping. I will ship to you, your friends in other states, California, Texas, Alabama, for free. So when you want to go online and buy a gift, we're not talking about the printing company. When you want to go on blessed247gifts.com and buy a gift, I will take a gift, package it, and ship it, and put a note in there from you, because you can go in the comment section online and say, hey, Aunt Becky, here's your gift. No, hey, Aunt Becky, happy birthday from Latoya. So I
Hmm.
will do that, print that note, put it in with your package, and ship it for free to your friends and family.
Nice.
So the Blessed 24/7 gift shop was getting more traffic online. I let go of the building. The funny thing is, I moved out of the building 3 years ago. Nobody noticed. Nobody even knows that I closed the store down. You know why? Because you weren't coming to the building.
That's right.
So I never even made an announcement. Here's a branding tip. I never told people I moved out of the building because I was protecting my brand. You know why I didn't tell them? Because folks would have said the Blessed 24/7 gift shop went out of
Went
business.
out of business. They sure would
So
have.
I protected my brand by not even making the announcement. Don't make, why make the announcement? Because the streets were going to get it wrong. You're about to mess up my brand. You're going to
Yeah.
be out here telling people I went out of business. No, I didn't. I just gave the landlord his keys back.
I
That
know
was a
that's right.
branding move, y'all. That
It
was a
was.
branding move. That was a protection of my brand. Never made the announcement, but continued to serve the community. What do? They called me yesterday, perfect example. Hey, Wanda, I'm online about to buy a hoodie. Is there any way that I could pick it up today? Now, I don't have a store. And I said, sure. Which one are you getting? Yeah, those are in stock. Where do you want to meet? Okay, the movie theater. Okay, I'll meet you in front of the movie theater at 4:30. That's
Nice.
customer service.
That is.
We meet up. She gets her. She's already paid for it online. We meet up. She gets her hoodie. She's like, I like this. I didn't
I
need
love
the brick
it.
and mortar. I will
Yeah.
meet you. It's a convenience. And so now, if I had a line out the door at the brick and mortar, then there would be a
That's
need.
different. Right.
Okay. So don't get me wrong, but there was never, ever a line out the door. But online, and then I vend. That is also branding. I go to women's conferences, tea parties. I go to youth conferences. I go to conventions and I set up my booth. My table has a cover that has Blessed 24/7. I have a backdrop that has the Blessed 24/7 logo on it. And my bags. Oh, I got to show you this. And people are loving these free bags I'm giving them when they buy something.
Oh, I
It
love
has
it.
a window in it. It has a
Yeah,
window
and you
in
can
it.
stick any picture you want in there.
So whatever I put in here, it shows through the window. So
Oh,
when they now
okay.
I
So the
should be
window is into
selling
the
these.
bag.
So when you make a purchase while I'm vending, these bags are $5. But guess what? I give them out for free because that's part of my branding. So when you buy a Blessed 24/7 item, a gift item while I'm vending, I put your item in here and I say, here, these bags are $5, but I'm treating you to one today. So that is also part of the branding. Okay. So I can't get branding. If you own a brand, you should not be able to get branding out of your mind.
Nope.
If you can, then you're not branding. You should wake up thinking, you should go to bed thinking, heck, you should be dreaming branding if you have a brand because
Right.
God will give you ideas and visions. And it doesn't take $100,000 marketing idea to brand. I just told you, I put their items in this. I'm not going to put your item in something that doesn't say Blessed 24. Because guess
That's
what?
right.
If 10 people buy from me, 10 people are walking around the conference with this bag. And what are people going to say? Where you get that from? What's that?
What's
What's
that?
that? Oh, where are they? Oh, table number 2. Okay. So it's furthering the brand. And the reason I picked the window is because you can slide, like you said, whatever item or card or whatever you want to put in there. So I have my card.
I
So
love it.
it's all about branding your brand. So I get it. So guess what? As a printer, I'm on both sides of the table. So when you come to me to get custom printed promotional products with your logo, first of all, I understand what you're doing because I'm doing it. So
Hmm.
I'm on the seller and the receiver. I get both sides of it. I get the money side. I have told my clients before, Maryland Department of Transportation, they have ordered polo shirts from me with their logo. They came to me and they found the shirt. The shirt was $60. You know what I said? I said, here, let me show you something. I got another shirt that's less that I can do for $40 to save you some money. I'm going to save you some money, but
Hmm.
they wanted the higher end one. The only reason it was higher end, not because of the shirt quality, because it had Nike on one side.
Oh,
So I
well,
said, we
baby.
can we can do a shirt that's same quality without the Nike logo. It was like, no, they really want the Nike logo. So we went with that one. But I am about saving you money, searching for something that's going. So I understand your budget.
Yeah.
I get mad if you're trying to spend more than you need to. I get mad and you're ordering it from me. I should be happy. But no, I'm like, you know what? That don't make sense. No, I can get you the same thing. I've done that with you. You showed me something. I said, you know what? We got something on sale that's
Yep.
very similar.
You have. And I love that. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me check it out.
I'm on both
You know?
ends. I'm going to save you money and I understand quality and I understand brand because I have a brand. So you're a trusted source either way.
And you understand the demand too.
Yes, yeah. I let you know what they're ordering. Well, I'm like, no, they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
not
this is
about.
kind of what's popular because I am branding myself. I'm doing the same thing you're doing, so I know how to lead, guide, and direct you.
I love this. Now let's
Yeah.
be getting down to the wire. So now one thing I would love for you to do is give us a glimpse into Bless 24/7.
Oh,
Because I
you
know,
mean the room?
yeah, if you
Yeah,
could.
we
Because I
can
know
do
we're in the
that.
printing office now and we talked about like setting
Yeah.
up your business.
Oh, let me show you something real quick before we do that. This is
Yeah,
examples of promoting your product. So
there
the
you go.
AKAs came to me. Metro came to
Look at,
me.
yeah, please name drop a little bit so they know that you ain't no,
Maryland University uses me.
come on now.
WSSC uses me. Now I'm gonna
Woo!
blow your mind with this one. The 911 call center.
Yeah.
I've
Hey,
won that contract for 10 years in a row. Do you
look at
know how
that.
many polo shirts I have printed? I'm not making this up. 13,000.
And that's
I said
embroidery.
13,000, not 1,300. Now, not at one time, over the 10, 11-year course. So
Yeah.
I am a professional printer on all levels. We do
Told y'all.
everything. Oh, City of Rockville, I did these little bags for them.
That looks real
I
good.
do county, state, government, family reunions. Just because I said big orders, you can do t-shirts and the smallest order can be 12 pieces, okay?
Yeah.
So this is the office for the printing. Of course, it's a mess and on purpose because I'm busy. So let me
Yeah,
see if
that's
I can get
right.
this right.
Right. If
Hold
it's too
on.
clean, ain't nothing going on.
So these are projects I've done for other people.
Well, oh,
I
look at
just
that,
got a
y'all.
few of
Y'all
them.
see the craft mug? Show them that craft mug, Wanda. That's the Wave Lab, y'all. You see it? It made the wall. And I
Hold
see the
on.
craft mug got a little orange right on top. Yup. All right. See that? That's
Yes.
quality right there.
So I do screen printing, embroidery. So this is the printing office. That's my office. That's
All
my
right, you gotta
desk.
slow down, Wanda.
Ha ha.
I said you gotta slow down.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Let me go back real quick. So this is, yeah, because I did twirl it around.
Yeah. I love those drapes. Oh, it looks like the president's office.
And I shared all those papers that are on the floor. Those are contracts. They're on the floor so I can keep my eye on them.
I know that.
So this is the office that I have for my printing. So let's go check out Blessed 24/7. It is in a different location
I love that.
because it's a separate business. I keep telling people, do
That's
not
right.
merge my companies together because they are separate. They are
And
not the
tax wise,
same.
that's smart too, because you have separate percentages you can claim. You know, I'm straight out the Wave Accounting Lab, y'all. So I'm thinking about time, space, percentage. That's the type of
Not
stuff.
only that, I want to know how much money the printing company made. I want to know how much the gift shop made. You don't merge them. That's how
Oh,
you know your numbers and how you know if you're growing or not. So
yeah.
this is the Blessed 24/7 gift shop. Now, this is not a location where people come to. This is where I come and fill orders and package them to go out. So we have this area.
I
Oh, let me
love
get
this.
down
Yeah,
here.
what's that? Like, go down to that shoe right there. Yeah, the pink one. Let me see that.
So
Oh,
this is a cell phone holder.
I love
And it
that.
has, but now this is all Blessed 24/7. Look what I have for the babies.
Oh, that's like the little Christian outfit.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah,
And
they
then I
can
got a
get
men's
baptized
section
and
over
they
here.
blessed. Yes, you got
Things for the
everything.
men.
That's
This is the red bottom cell phone holder.
I love that.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I know I'm weaving. So
Yeah.
these are gifts. My anointing oil. So this is what the gift shop looks like on my shirts. I got all kind of designs.
Nice.
Everything Blessed 24/7. This one is in 9 different languages. I
Oh,
own the trademark rights of Blessed 24/7 across the country, and I sell it in 9 different languages.
wow. 9 different
Yeah, so
languages. I
I
didn't even think of the
legally
languages.
own the rights to it. It is my intellectual property. And then these are gift boxes. And they have items in it. So you go online, you see that I sell pre-made gift boxes. So if you go online and you order this one, I just pull it from the shelf and then ship it to you. So
Wow.
this is where I store things. That way I can come and fill orders. You can see this section over here
I
that
love
has
that.
things. So yeah, so this is basically, and I forget to slow down. So this is the gift shop, and this is the room that I do my lives, commercials. You see, I have my table cover. We're talking about branding. See
Yeah,
my table cover?
I love
See, it
it.
has my logo, my website, my
I,
bag, say Blessed 24/7. That's branding. We're still talking about branding.
yeah.
This is the baby hoodie. So everything says Blessed 24/7. I'm most famous for these bumper stickers.
Let me see.
I've given out over, hold
Oh,
on.
what does it say on the
I've
bottom?
given out over 50,000 of these free
Even on
bumper
a
stickers.
bad day, God is good. I love
That's
that.
our slogan. Yep, that's our slogan. So the Blessed 24/7 gift shop, for those who don't know, it is separate. It is not a printing company. It is a retail gift shop. It is a brand. This is my brand. And so, but who prints my items? I do, of course. So yes, this is the gift shop where I go and I fill orders and I keep them separate. So I have the printing office, I have the gift shop, and then I do have a section in my basement where I can do printing myself for t-shirts, for my t-shirts.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
as a printer, I send everything out for you. So when I'm printing for you, I send all of that out. Remember, I got 500
Yeah.
factories that I work with, but guess what? I learned how to screen print 25 years ago. So
Wow.
when I need something done for myself, I have the equipment set up in my basement where if someone says, "Hey, Wanda, I want a red and white hoodie," I'm like, I normally don't do red and white. So that's a special case where somebody, I was like, okay, so I'll run down in the basement and pull out one of the red hoodies and put the white Blessed 24/7 logo on it. So the reason I learned how to screen print was so that I could do my own merchandise. But my customers, all of these things that I showed you when I'm printing for my client, all of that goes through the factory. I even did something for Farmers Insurance.
Wow. We are
Yeah.
far.
So I have big clients, small client. I recently just got a new client, which is the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. They just placed their
Wow.
first order with me. So this is going to be a huge client that these two
Right.
items they just ordered. I want to shout them out
Yes, shout them
because
out. This is awesome.
they are truly looking to do business with small business owners here in the Maryland, Montgomery County area. They're one of the first, and I only probably know two or three other companies, but they are one of the first companies that truly are looking to do business with small local business owners in Prince George's County. They are about their business. They have built a dream team to help support local businesses. Now, I've been in business 30 years and I've heard Prince George's County shout this message out, but Prince George's County has not been living up to it. I'm just going to say that right there.
Go ahead, say it.
They
It
have
is what it
not.
is.
Not for my commodity, because for my commodity, and they're using another company, and I'm going to say their name. They're called 4Imprint. They are using a printing company called 4Imprint, who
Are
is
they
based
big?
in Europe. So
Europe.
those dollars that Maryland is spending with 4Imprint are going to Europe.
Not
They are
even on
based in
soil.
Europe and they made $100 million last year. $100 million. Small businesses cannot compete against somebody who is a millionaire 100 times.
Right.
So they are taking work from us small business owners. So I'm not
Mhm.
afraid to say their name, 4Imprint,
That's
because
right.
what's for me is for me. God will cover me. What's for me is for me. But 4Imprint is being used by 90% of Prince George's County procurement people. And
Wow.
that's sad because I'm losing out on business because of them. So that money doesn't stay here. Those tax dollars do not stay with us here in Maryland or Prince George's County. So when they start complaining about roads and schools and lack of restaurants, and that's because we don't shop here. You
Yeah,
learn how to shop in your community, and
that's
when you
right.
do, it builds value. When that value builds, more businesses come. But if our own county is not going to shop with us, then what does that say?
Yeah.
We got to stop going across the bridge, y'all. So if
Yeah.
you like what's across the bridge, guess what? All the good stuff is going to always continue to be built across the bridge.
That's
So we
right.
got to learn to shop local, support local, and that way those tax dollars go to the schools, the roads, and then the upcoming projects.
That's
And if
right.
we learn that mentality, and I mean our government, our schools, and Lord, our churches shop away. And I'm
Yeah.
talking about my commodity. There are so many churches here, what, 500, 600, 1,000 churches? I'm only doing business with 5.
Wow. And
That's
see,
sad.
that's why it's important for us to bring in businesses like yours, Wanda. Black
Yeah.
women owned business, local, and the fact that you've been doing it for 30 years And that's
30
I'm
years.
glad I wanted you to say those names to let people know that you're not small time and nickel and diamond. These are real
Right.
companies, government entities. Like you said,
Yeah.
911 trusting you with their actual signage, their out the
Yeah, the
uniform.
FBI.
FBI, right.
116,000 pieces.
Metro.
FBI. Yeah.
Like, come
So
on.
not to scare anyone, I do small projects now. I don't want you to think I'm too big, I can't handle yours. Yes, I do small
Yeah,
projects. I
nothing.
can do
Right.
one banner. I can do one table cover. I can
Right.
do one plaque. I can
I'm
do
proof.
12 t-shirts.
Yeah, because I can order what? I do like a 24 pack at a time of my
Yeah.
mugs.
Mhm.
Because I do them
Yeah.
per like occasion. Like when I have a special coming out, like the Wave Lab. We're in the middle of cohort 2, guys. So tomorrow is session 3. We're halfway through. So Wanda,
Mhm.
we got a few more minutes left. With our last few minutes, here's what I want you to talk about, because one of the things that we didn't talk about was the fact that you are a seasoned entrepreneur, and I know you are a trainer.
Yes.
Can you talk about that wisdom and knowledge that you give out to people? Can you speak a little bit about that with your training?
Yeah, so my third company is a nonprofit, a mentoring program. I
Yeah.
teach 2 workshops. One, entrepreneurship, how to start a business from ground zero. 2, I teach self-publishing, how to write your first book. Why I teach those 2 things? Because those are the things I struggle with and nobody helped me with. I had to learn and be on my own and be self-taught. Now that I understand it, I teach them both. So you can sign up for my Zoom seminar on how to start a business from ground zero. It doesn't have to be a printing company, whatever business, and how to write your first book, how to get your word out there, because everybody has a story to tell. We're just not telling it. And
That's
so
right.
I'm an author. I wrote a book titled Pushed Into My Purpose. So my mentoring program is 17 years old. It's a 501c3. I work with the youth and adults. I work with people who started their business 5 years ago and still come to me. Guess why? Because they're not doing the things they're supposed to be doing because no one told them. And then they get in trouble at tax time. They get in trouble with the state of Maryland because they didn't know. Maryland tax, they're not going to tell you until you fail. You have to fail and then owe them $10,000 before they tell you what you did wrong. Take the seminar, whether you're new, if you're in business for the first time, if you've been doing it for 5 years. The seminar is on Zoom, your convenience. You schedule the time. It's only about 2 hours session. So I do groups, individuals. So you just let me know. But I am here to share what I have learned in the 30 years, and I want to stop you from falling into a pitfall. So if there is a hole in a road, I don't want you to roll over and bust your tire. If I already busted my tire, I'm gonna tell the person behind me, "Wait a minute, hold up, it's a hole up here. What? Don't go." So that's what my training does. It teaches you and avoids those pitfalls. So everything is at wandachilds.com, where you can hear or learn everything that I do. But brand your brand. Sometimes you are your brand. You
That's right.
are
You
your brand.
are.
So we all are marketing. We all have something to market and we all marketing. So do it. I tell people, do it with a spirit of excellence.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited. Wow, this
Yeah,
is
this is
great. I
good.
actually went, okay, I put her website into both chats, you guys. So if you're watching at home on Facebook, it's in the chat. Go ahead and click on it so that you can find all that you need to know about Wanda Childs and all her millions of businesses.
And shout out to all the Prince George's County agencies that are working with me. I want to say thank you for supporting small businesses. It's probably only 10%. I will update you and let you know if that's increasing.
I know that's
But
right.
thank you to all the other ones. Clearwater Partnership is one. Thank you, City of Rockville, St. Mary's County, Montgomery County, Anne Arundel County. Thank you for your support. I know I left someone out, but you all have been a blessing to my business. I'm self-employed. This is how I eat. If I don't have your business, then I cannot eat. So I thank you and I do appreciate your business. And I love the fact that you see me as your trusted source. And for Blessed
Well,
24/7, go online, take advantage of the free shipping. Next time I'm going to be somewhere, I don't know. I posted on my page. You can come and buy. We got our hoodies on sale right now, 10% off automatically online. So Blessed 24/7, even on a bad day. God is good because God is good.
All the time. I love it. Wanda, this was amazing. I'm so excited that you took the time to be here with us. This is our November episode. So it's my birthday month. So I'm excited.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Thank you. And I'm excited that this is our last month of the year that we have our craft classes. We have our professional development month of December. So this I'm closing out craft with my branding class. So this was a wonderful kickoff to it, Wanda. Just letting people know that I'm not,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a soapbox all the time, screaming marketing, marketing, marketing.
Yeah.
It's not just because that's what I do. It's just I know it's really important to business. So you coming on here talking about not only have you been doing this, but 30 years, I thought
Yeah.
that less came like later on and you pivoted.
No.
It came like smack right the next year. So I
Yeah.
mean, took my skin in the game and giving us the tour. Wanda, it was beautiful. I've been to your store plenty of times, so I know what you and it looked just like how you have it set up. So I love how you were able to bring that same feeling
Yeah.
inside the home. So I'm excited about this. And the next thing that we have coming up, I'm definitely always going to call you because it's about time for me to switch out my banner. And guys, that's one of the
Oh,
things
okay.
I talk about too is, don't be afraid to upgrade your marketing. People are really stuck on their logo. And I tell you, the
Mhm.
big companies, they rebrand like every 7 to 10 years. If you look at
Yeah.
how they usually simplify the logo in some way so that it's more of an icon. So
Mhm.
just know that we're here to help you guys, and the role of craft is to make sure that we bring you all of the best experts and all of the topics surrounding business. Every single presenter that we have is a actual entrepreneur themselves, so they're not just talking about it, they're being about it. They're not talking the talk,
Yeah.
they're walking the walk. And that's why this platform is so important, you guys. So if you have a topic that we haven't discussed, or you have somebody around you that, or you're the person that's doing some things and we really want to make it known, bring it to the Craft Cafe live show, you guys. All right. And if you're not a member, remember memberships start just at $9.99 per month for a craft membership. If you have any problems getting on, go to our website at www.betterfuturesdc.com/plans pricing. And we have a special right now that you can actually try it free for 30 days. So go ahead and get your free trial. And we have our Craft Plus app, you guys, that we just launched this past year, where you can actually stream all of our content from 2019 to now anytime you have a Wi-Fi signal, and you can get it on your phone and download it through our Google Can platform, or you can watch it straight from your browser through our website at www.betterfuturesdc.com/craft plus. All right. And I've also put in the chat, we have a YouTube channel, and I have the link in there now. You can go and catch all your craft cafes, interviews with some of our experts, and shorts and interviews with at some of our events. Catch it all on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed and liked to it. All right. And like I said, Wanda, you're amazing. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will be talking to you later because I got some ideas.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Thank you. I appreciate everything and everybody.
All right, now have a great
All
weekend,
right, have a good one.
y'all.